Good morning, it's Cail. I'm going to be doing some cross stitching this morning. I've got my wobbly standstill because hubby hasn't had a chance to make my more stable stand. So I'm working today on what's relatively a new project, and it's Wisteria and Cream Roses. I bought the pattern on Etsy. I just like the picture, it's really pretty. You can see it down there in the corner. Just very like serene and peaceful. Plus it's got purple in it, so love the picture. And once I saw it, I was like, I want to do that cross stitch. So that is what I'm doing. So welcome on in. I'm not going to stitch a whole long time because it's going to depend on the puppers. They're all sleeping, so hopefully everything's cool. The heat's not on. It's bright and sunny out. I did work on Once Upon a Fairy Tale a couple days in a row, like the last 2 days. So I figured I hadn't shown this one yet since it's new. So I figured I would go ahead and kind of show you. So this is full stitch. I believe it's, I can't remember, 16 or 18 count Aida. And it's got the pre-marked little squares on there, the 10 by 10 squares, which makes it much easier for this old lady to do. So since it's full cross stitch, it's just gonna kind of like take me longer, but that's okay. So I've got some thread on here. It's a 648, and I've got, like, I know it's gonna be a little rickety. I do have the, why are you under there? I've got the, okay, I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, I have the auto exposure, or the auto focus off, so it doesn't drive us all crazy. So when I look over at the screen, which is that way, I don't see it going up and down as it's like trying to focus. So here's another dilemma that I ran into. With the Pattern Keeper, and it's not really actually with Pattern Keeper, but with the software that I was using to mirror the screen from my tablet to the PC. So I recently got this new tablet, which is a Samsung A9 Plus, and I did get the app is called Miro, and I did manage to get it working on the other tablet, but it's an older tablet and it was slower. And I also had an iPad, and it's just like I just was kind of like consolidating my tech on the tablet front. So this morning when I was prepping to record, I was like, okay, let me get the Pattern Keeper up, you know, so you can see what I'm doing. And I cannot get it to work for whatever reason. It sees the Wi-Fi connection, it sees the network, but when I click on connect, it just hangs. So I'm like, really? Seriously? It's very irritating. So I put in a ticket with the company. Well, let me make this a little bigger here so I can see what I'm doing. With the company, I put a ticket in, so hopefully they will get back to me and, you know, like help me out. So a lot of these colors up here on this upper left hand side are really close to each other. It's like, so visually it's a little difficult for me, and I'm sure that there are mistakes, places I gotta go back up here and blah blah blah. So and also I haven't done like a full cross stitch for a bit because I haven't been working on the mini boho. So it's just taken me a little bit to get into the flow, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know. I mean, the half stitch that I'm doing on Once Upon a Fairy Tale, that just flies, you know, it just goes. It's much easier. I hear my little puppy. She's sleeping, but she's dreaming. So she's making these little yip noises. Let me cut these out of here. Get out of there. So I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this one is here. I have been doing a little bit of coloring. I have been doing some diamond painting. On the diamond painting front, I'm doing a little small little project that I had kind of lingering undone. So I'm going to try and finish that before I get back to the bigger projects. And we're going to go down and do this one here. When it's really quiet in the house, it's usually while I have like either the TV on or music playing or something. It's because I have tinnitus, however you want to say it. So I always have this like ringing in my ears. It drives me insane. So I usually try to have some sort of noise. I didn't do these. Going on so that I kind of just to distract me. Okay. So we got that little bit. And it comes over here. It comes up here. Let's just kind of go up. And then I'll come back down. Come on, go. So if I cannot get the any Miro, or any Miro, I think it's Miro. If I can't get that situation resolved, I'm going to have to do some more research and see what other app or software I can use to do the screen mirroring, but it's really irritating. And I uninstalled the app and reinstalled it, checked all my settings, both on the desktop and on the tablet. I just can't figure it out. So they also have a way where you can connect with a USB cable, but you have to like enable debugging mode and blah blah blah. I tried that as well and it still didn't work. So I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. It's frustrating because I did pay for it for a year. So hopefully they can help me out and get it working again. Because it is frustrating. So like, I have this stitch like right here sticking up a little bit. It's bugging me. It's kicking my OCD's butt. So I'm going to take this needle and see if I can like push it down in there. Oh, it would help if I don't like poke my hand, right? It's just like some of these stitches, like I think it's just because of my eyesight. Like sometimes I can't really tell, like, and also these colors are real close to each other. Like, why is this one is this funky looking? I don't know. I want it to look nice and neat. But I'm not like a perfectionist cross stitcher. Yeah, I want it to look good. I want it to work out, but I'm not going to kill myself if the stitches aren't like perfectly neat. I did see somebody who was doing this technique where she was doing something with the thread. I want to say like rearranging it a little bit or shifting it a little bit to try and make the stitches look neater. I don't know, I think I had like a technique name, but I can't remember because it was months ago that I saw that video where she was doing it. And of course her work is like picture perfect, but you know, she's probably more experienced than I am. And though I've cross-stitched for a long time, like I started when I was, I don't think I was a kid, and I don't think I was a teenager. Like right before my daughter was born. So I was like 24, 25, 24. So that was a long time ago. But then there was, after the kids were born, there was like a long break, and I would do it maybe like on and off, but I wasn't doing like a lot of, you know, projects or anything, just little bits here and there. And so even though I've been doing it for a long time, I haven't been doing it for a long time. And getting back into it was weird. I was like, okay, I kind of remember what to do. I mean, I know how to make the stitches, but all the little intricate little tidbits of how to make it look nice and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see. So that row, go out one. And then we're going to do 3, skip 1 and 1. I think it'll be really pretty when I'm done with it, if I do get done with it. I mean, hopefully I can finish it. I've been doing a lot of work on it. I've been mostly like in the morning, if I'm not doing like a diamond painting thing. Because I was on like a hard, like trying to finish Aquarius, but I work on this. I try and work on that. Oh no, try and work on this like once a day. And then like, oh, there's a truck going by. They're going to be working on the street soon. So his brakes, the dog's like, Misty, Misty. Shit, they don't like trucks. And we're gonna have so our the front of the street in front of the house is sinking, which is why when it rains really hard for a short period of time, in a short period of time, the street floods. It comes up into the yard. Misty Moon. Is there ever going to be a video or a stream when I can just not have a dog bark? It's going to become like my signature sound. Alright, let me mark those. Probably not. Okay, so I'm back kind of where I started. I'm going to do 3, skip 1, and then 2. So yeah, so I was doing a big push. I don't know, I was just in the mood to work on Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which I hadn't really worked on for a while because I've been doing this one here. So I was like, I'm gonna just do a bunch of stitches in here. So I think I did, like for me, a bunch is like 400. So that day I did like 400 stitches, which is pretty good. But it moves quicker because they're only half stitches. And then, of course, we've got spring coming here in Texas, and we're going to get kicked by the pollen again. It's going to be bad. Everything will be green. It's awful. So, I'm not doing I'm not really parking any stitches, and I'm not doing like the whole diagonal. I sort of am doing a little diagonal. I kind of started out that way just to get like the basic going, but I'm kind of doing by, how to explain it, kind of by color and area. So this one, because it's not as crazy as the Amy Stewart Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which is crazy, all the confetti colors, all the different colors in a small area. This one has a bit of color blocking, so I can pick a color and then like do a little area, kind of what I'm doing right now. And what I've been doing is just going till I run out of thread, basically. And then I'm just kind of filling in, you know, kind of left to right. I don't know what they call that. Just free form. I'm free form cross stitching. Can you get out of there? Okay, so this is 1, skip 1, 2. This is bugging me. I'm going to cut it in a second. And then skip 1 and 1. Let's do it right now. It's bugging me. So yeah, I'm not doing the little pin stitch things. Gets on my nerves. I mean, really. I know this whole thing's like shifting around. I wish there was a way I can get hubby to make that for me. But he's been working real hard, so that's going to have to be a weekend project. And then, of course, now, because, you know, yes, warmer weather and winter's, you know, behind us, mostly here in Texas, it's time to go out in the yard. So I got to buy some flowers. I got to get some, we got to do the weed and feed. I need some topsoil. I'll probably buy some like the special soil for my orchid and put it in that special soil. Try and get it to flower. It just refuses to flower. And then we decided, I think we're almost decided to get a couple of chickens. And then we'll have our own eggs. We won't be at the mercy of the grocery store and the government. And we've had them before. We had 4. I think what happened with that is we weren't really prepared for like the winter, like how to take care of them in the winter. So this time we know better. And we're just going to get 2 instead of 4. I mean, we had so many eggs. It was ridiculous. It's like, I can't eat all these eggs. I'm not a big eater. Okay, this is 5. If I could figure out how to use 2 hands, it would really help, but I'm just not that coordinated with my left hand. I mean, I play the clarinet, and you have to use your left hand. I was fine with that, but seriously. Not the same with cross-stitching. Okay, the heat finally went on. It's a little chilly this morning. It's not bad, but I think it's in the 40s. But I think today it's going to get up into the 70s, the low 70s, which is cool. So I got rid of the back patio furniture. I put it in the back driveway for us to take either to the landfill or put it out front for somebody to just take it, they can buy cushions for it. And I'll just buy, I think I'm gonna buy this time, I had like a, it was like a U, right? So you could kind of like stretch out on the long part or sit on either end, you know. But since the girls aren't in our lives anymore, we don't need as much seating back there. So I'm just going to get, I think, a 3-seater or maybe just a 2-seater and a little, like a dining table, and we can eat back there. And do like barbecue or whatever. And we got a little swamp cooler because it gets so hot here, just to kind of cool us off while we're hanging out there. I'll cut this one here. Get that out of the way. This is like a gold green color. I want to see if I can get down to the row below this one. Playing thread chicken. I have another color on the other needle. And maybe I'll finish those stitches right here that I didn't finish. It won't be too long of a video, but I did just want to show off the project. Not show off like to brag, because, you know, it's not perfect. Mostly just to show off the art, because it's so pretty. It's so delicate and it's so feminine. It's just really pretty. It's probably like AI art, but I don't care. It's pretty still. Okay, so this row here has just 3 stitches, so let's see if I can do them with the amount of thread that I have left on my needle. And then I am definitely going to have to turn the heat down, because I think I've got it set at 73 and I don't need it that warm. Now that it's not like frigid outside. Oh God, I was so ready for winter to be over, like over. And then I skip one and do one. The other thing I need to do in my backyard is do some serious weeding. Oh God, the flower beds. Sucks. Okay. So I have a little bit of thread on the needle, and there's one like down over here. Let me see. I think right there. I'm gonna do this one. It's kind of sticking out by itself. I'm pretty happy with the method that I chose to go about doing this project, where I'm just kind of doing like the color blocking. Because it kind of makes me feel like I'm making progress, if that makes sense. So all total, there are 160,000 stitches in this project, and I have done 4,248, which is 2.66%. It's like, okay. Okay, so let me mark those done. Okay, so let me go up and see what's going on with this. So that is, let's see what color that is that I didn't finish. 645. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this needle like right here. No, it's right above. There's one empty one there, and there's one empty one. Where'd that one go? Here? No, he's right here. I'm gonna put a needle. Where did I see it? Oh my gosh. Sometimes it's so hard to see what I'm doing. Okay, no, there's thread there. It's not that. Let me look at this brown. I think I'm too far down. Or maybe I did it and I didn't mark it. That's a possibility, because we're up here and it's over here somewhere. But I think I did it. I just didn't mark it. I think it's that one. It's that funky one. And sometime, yeah, I think I did that one. Right, because there's... No, because that's the empty one. It's this one here. So the color above it is 1, 2, 3, 4. 646. So I'm gonna mark this hole right there. These two. My dog is snoring. Oh my gosh. Seriously. My dog is snoring. So this is 645. This is 646. Up here. There's that empty one. And there's two in this one. Right. Okay, got it. Oh my gosh, it can get so confusing. So this is 646. So let me check my thread. Okay. So that's the one that I have pre-threaded. So these stitches right here, it is this color. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let's think about it. Okay, let me take this out. That's a different color. That right there is a different color than these four right here. So I'm gonna come, and that's this one. What is this? This is the first one, this is the second one. I don't have any stitches near there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna bring it like that, and then I'm gonna come up here. See if I can get this needle in the hole. Okay. And just finish these 4 stitches. I think what happened is I ran out of thread. Ran out of thread, and I was like, oh, I'll get back to it. But I forgot that I didn't finish it. Because that's what happens when you're a boomer. You boomer out. Your brain stops functioning. You're like, seriously? So the other project that I'm doing, I got a couple of different things. So I bought some floss drops to organize all of my floss. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so that finished that, and that left that one open. Okay, so that's the bottom one, and this is the upper one by itself, and then there's the two. Okay, so now I go over here, and I'm gonna start on this bottom one, so the back side piece isn't too long. I'm not really worried about how the back looks, as long as it's not like super bad. I'm not going like too far over, just, you know, within like a square or two, if it's not too long. Drink some water. So I'll show you, let me see, the chimes. So they're on these metal rings. I don't know why that one. Okay. And these are the drops that I bought. The plastic. So they're sturdier than the cardboard I was attempting, or the double, the two, what was it? What was I doing? Two pieces of cardstock like glued together is like pain in the butt. So I just broke down and bought these. Now I have these like temporary labels. And I did buy some labels off of Etsy that are in color, the color of the floss. So I like these because it has like the larger hole for your main amount of floss, and then the smaller hole for the one that you're pulling from to work on. So I have all of these on a like a pants hanger. I don't have like a I don't know what you call it, like a full place to store them, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 6 rings that have all of the colors for this project on them. So then I wanted to do the same thing with Once Upon a Fairy Tale, so I bought more drops, and I'm going to work on, as soon as the labels get here, I'm going to do that project. So I bought 2 sets of labels. Once I get that project onto the floss drops, then I'm going to do the rest of the colors that I have. And that's where I'm going to have to figure out like where I'm going to store them, kind of like their permanent storage spot. I could get some pegboard. I have some pegboard already in my room. I could get some more and put it in the closet. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, I do 6. I haven't figured that out yet. 2. So there's that project, the floss. Then I've got the other project to kit down and organize all of my diamond painting drills. Because I've got all of these projects that I finished, and I've got drills left over for... Okay, it touches that other stitch. And I need to consolidate and then kind of figure it out. So I have like a set of all the colors, but you know that they have dye lots, so you can't just take like, you know, 550 and throw all the 550s together, because they could be just slightly off by shade. Because of the dye lots and depending on where you bought the drills, so I have to be careful with that. It's probably true, I don't know if that's true with DMC floss. I hadn't even thought about it. Probably. It's like that with yarn too. So like if you're gonna start a new crochet project, you need to buy the different colors from the same, you know, dye lots. So if you're getting like a certain pink, it has to come from the same dye lot, or the pinks might be slightly off, just a little bit. They're actually pretty close, but it still could be off. So that's true with the diamonds as well. So that's another project that I'm going to be addressing probably after I get the Once Upon a Fairy Tale floss all straightened out. because it's driving me crazy. It's on the paper bobbins. Yeah, it's just bugging me. I really like the floss drops a lot more. I was not successful in my attempt to make them on my own. You know, just trying to use those two pieces of cardstock glued together, and they're pretty and everything, but I made them too big and it was just irritating. Okay, so let me mark those done. And then we go did those and then go up one. And this goes out past this single stitch right there. So I don't know. The thread's probably not long enough. I don't know, we'll see. One. Yeah, it's really strange going from just doing like however many 20,000, no, I don't know, whatever the number is of stitches I've done on Once Upon a Fairy Tale in the half stitch to doing this full stitch thing. Sometimes I feel like I get on like autopilot and I'm like just doing like half stitches, and then actually I'm doing a full stitch, but I'm like, I gotta check myself. I was like, did I do that as a full stitch or a half stitch? Jeez. It's just you start like going into autopilot when you're cross stitching. I mean, even like when I'm crocheting, I'll be like, was I doing single crochets or half double crochets or double crochets? Because you just get into like this flow. And even though like I'm looking at the pattern, you know, it's like, was I doing that right? And I have to go back and recount my stitches. I haven't crocheted for a bit. I'm not much of one for crocheting when it's warm. It tends to be like a fall and winter activity for me. Now I did decide that I was going to do some journaling. I do have a the thing called a happy planner. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But I'm doing like different like things. So okay, so that's the 5. So I'm probably gonna end that one there. Let's bring this out like that. So I've got, so my happy planner is going to be for just like kind of like day-to-day activities, and like for the home, like home chores, remodeling, home ideas, gardening, that kind of thing. So I bought a Hobonichi Techo small one, the A5, for like before I go to sleep, just quick journaling ideas and things like that, thoughts, whatever. And then I got the A6 Han for like more longer form journaling. So I've been kind of busy setting that up. And then I got a real pretty one. It's purple. I'll have to show it. Maybe I'll do like a little journal video where it's for crafting. So I'm going to keep track of all of my crafting projects. So I'm going to break it up into my diamond paintings, my cross-stitch projects. The coloring, I'll probably not do like individual pages, but I'll kind of keep track of like the books I have and the color pencil brands that I'm using so I don't get confused. And then in the back half of the book, I'll probably do like color palette ideas. So that's where I'm at for that. So that's for another video. Okay, so let's mark those done there. I think I should have gone one more. So, duh. So that's 54 I've done so far. I won't make the video too long. I know it's always irritating with this thing. Tick, 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 tick. I mean, it works for now, right? Like it's holding it up out of my way. I can't do it when it's like, I need to cross these. Why didn't I cross those two? Probably because, like, if I'm cross stitching in the morning and I don't have like a bunch of lights on, like I don't even see, like, what the heck? Are you serious? This one. Can I get this in here? I'll have to break out like where my pins are. I have some pins somewhere. I did used to have a sewing machine. Jesus, get in there. There's, I think, one more. Let me just... Why didn't I not cross these? Is this crossed? Yes, it's crossed. That is so dumb. I used to have a sewing machine. I gave it to my daughter, the one that no longer talks to us. I'm grateful. But she likes sewing much more than I did. I was never much of a sewer. I'll have to go back and cross those two. And then this one right here. Uh-oh, there goes Misty. Misty! They just got some new toys this morning. What I might do is take this grabber thing. This thing. And just the ripper. It's not a ripper. It's a, what do they call it? Snag it. And just like push that through there. It's not that easy to do. You gotta push down on it. And it just like pulls it through. Misty! Oh my gosh, she sounds like a Rottweiler or something. It's like you're just a little chihuahua, a little chubby chihuahua. Knock it off, Misty. What's she? I think I'll just end it there. Thanks for watching. Be sure, Misty, be sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that great stuff. I will do some more videos after I'm done throttling the dog. No, I won't do that. Misty Moon. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Be good.